Hi, I'm Sarah Shepik, Director of Client Services for Siegel Speakers. Our client, Dr. Marlene Bizub, has committed her professional life to working with children and families who are going through divorce or separation. As a professional speaker, Dr. Marlene teaches her negotiation process to both professionals in the family court system and to separating and divorcing parents, teaching them to love their children more than they hate their ex. Marlene also provides parenting and mediation courses through Zoom, and for those of you interested in learning more about those, we'll link her website in the description. Marlene, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
How did you find your way into working in the family court system?
Well, I actually had no intention of working in domestic relations cases. I was working in the courts in dependency and neglect cases, doing family preservation work. And an attorney asked me one time if I could do an evaluation in a domestic relations case. And I said, I never have, but I'm sure I could. And I hired someone to walk me through her processes and show me how an evaluation is conducted. And at the end of that, I said, I will never do this again. It was a horrendous experience, but the need for business, because I was supporting a private practice at the time, and the need for business overcame my aversion or outweighed my aversion to the work. And I took another case and another case, and quickly I developed a passion for doing this kind of work. I am a child of divorce. I've been divorced as an adult, and I can relate to what the people are going through, especially the kids. So that's how I ended up doing 20 plus years of this kind of work.
What has your work taught you about conflict resolution in general?
The golden rule of conflict resolution is you will not get everything you want. And some parents don't understand that. They come to the table thinking, this is what I want and I'm not going to budge. And they're angry because they've just gone through a separation. So they're usually angry to some extent, whether they wanted it or not. And they come with this set of expectations. And they learn that you will not get everything you want. You cannot satisfy both parties completely. So what I do is help people identify what is a deal breaker, what can you budge on a little bit, and we figure out a solution where neither party feels like they gave too much and they preserve things that really are important to them.
Do you think quarantining is having or will have an effect on the rate of family and relationship conflicts?
Oh my gosh, yes. Yes. The more we are around people, even though we love them, too much of a good thing can be a bad thing, you know? And the more we're around people day in and day out, little annoyances start bothering us that never did before because we weren't there all the time. And I think the biggest challenge is parents are home trying to work, but their kids are home needing schoolwork done and needing assistance with that and needing help with other things. They just need attention. So we try to work and take care of our kids at the same time. And it should be no surprise that parents are bickering more, there's more stress. I think we don't know if our job is going to last and for how long. So that certainly adds to the stress. But I do think we'll see the divorce rate go up.
What can someone expect to learn in your virtual mediation and conflict resolution courses?
What we learn is compromise. There are some parents who are never going to collaborate. Ideally, when parents separate and they're going to co-parent, and sometimes for many years, ideally we want them to collaborate. Some parents are never going to collaborate. That anger, that bitterness, resentment is always going to be there. And a lot of parents get a divorce because they don't want to collaborate with you anymore. They want to live a separate life now from you. So what we learn, and what I try to get parents to understand, is you have to compromise. You don't have to collaborate, but you have to compromise. You're not going to, like I said earlier, you're not going to get everything your way. So you have to learn to give and take and compromise in this situation.
What kind of questions have you been getting from parents while you've been doing these virtual courses?
Oh, that's an easy one, because my phone rang off the hook the first week we were quarantined, wanting to know if their parenting plan was still in effect. Do I still need to exchange the children? Can the other parent keep the children from me? That type of thing. And I honestly believe 100% of my clients called me. They have active cases right now, called me and wanted to know, do we have to exchange them? Another question I've gotten a lot is, what if we agree not to exchange them? What if we agree we're going to leave them where they are now? We'll make up that time later. And that's another question I get. Do we have to make up that time later? But parents don't know, are we allowed to vary from the order if we both agree?
What parting advice do you have for people who are stuck at home and might have increasingly tense situations during quarantine?
Find some space for yourself. Find some time and space for yourself. And you just have to ask for it. We have to not be afraid to set boundaries right now and say, listen, I need 20 minutes where nobody interrupts me. So go to the bathroom now, get a drink now, whatever you're telling your children or your spouse, whatever you need from me, ask me right now. And for the next 20 minutes, I don't want to hear from anyone. And it's fine to do that. We don't give ourselves permission to do that, and we need to.
Marlene, thank you so much for your time today. We really appreciate it. And for anybody who's interested in more information about Marlene's courses, we'll put the link to her website in the description box.
Thank you.